Oh, hey girls and boys, I'm Dave. This is the Pinner Racing channel, and it's going to go out on best dual sport bikes. Loaded up my new van, big van. Headed back to Arizona to do some real testing outside of the mud. Can't test that much in the mud. Everything I'd done on the dyno, I wanted to see for myself instead of just relying on others' input. And I wanted to go through the gauntlet of it and try things back where I could get some traction, go a little bit faster. Things were a bit warmer, so I came back to old stomping grounds in Arizona. Now, a lot of this stuff I hadn't ridden for quite a while, so I didn't really know where I was going. So when you see me riding throughout the thing, don't pick on me for being a slow old turd. I am a slow old turd. 56, I don't need to get hurt anymore, don't need to prove anything. I'm not hard enduro, I like soft enduro. But anyhow, I'm tooling around in third gear, fourth gear, and a lot of these things. It's pretty rocky. Get on it every once in a while. And then when I can really get on it, that wasn't really videoed, but yeah, pinning it down the street, things I shouldn't have been doing in fifth gear and sixth gear to tax things out. Plug chops, third gear, as much as you can in a sand wash, plug chops, which means you just pull in the clutch, hit the stop switch, stop, pull your plug, give a look at it, because I wanted to see how things were really working in the world of just using 91 octane gas and my favorite spark plug, which is the 7 heat range V-Power plug. I wanted to make sure that I was never in a risk of running too lean or detonation or showing any signs of that. Nothing ever looked white. There was no aluminum speckles on it. So I was looking real good. In fact, after all my testing, here's what my plug always ended up looking like. Now, the plug always looked really good, and I tested at 1,200 feet and 3,300 feet the majority of the time. Okay, so this was a kind of, you know, the kind of stuff I was doing here. Yeah, I know, I'm no speed demon, but again, I'm not gonna get hurt. So one big thing was the compression. I had lowered the compression where I live at 103 feet, and that made the thing run better on top. I wasn't sure how much I'd lose down on the bottom. Mathematically, you lose 3% of your compression for every 1,000 feet you go up, and it ended up working out great because my compression here was 178. And that mathematically works out just about correct from what it was back there. And that's still my lower compression dome. I ended up liking that best. I did put the stock one back in it, pump it back up a little bit. The deal was it hit too hard on the bottom and just made it that much harder to ride. And this bike ended up being way faster than I thought. And it was, I mean, it was really fun when you're just tooling around, but if you got on it, it went really fast turn to turn, and I overshot a lot of stuff and realized I was probably going to get hurt. If I tried to ride it too fast. So yeah, I did like the lower compression on it. That 178 really worked well. The stock pipe worked the best out of everything I tried. The stock silencer, that's my personal favorite on it. And then the other things they've done back home, they really help volumetric efficiency so much you can get the power out of it without having to, you know, mechanically bump up the compression. Reed strips definitely worked. Oversized power valve cover definitely worked in the mid-range. Battery actually did work. Yes, it was snappier down low, so that was really good to know. I always started fast, didn't worry about getting stranded. Here's a picture of my cylinder after all the beating. So that always looked good. Here's a picture of my piston after all the beating. So that looked good. Now that's my Klotz R50 oil, my favorite oil, with real high flash point. So the film strength doesn't break down, and that's at 40-1. And there was basically no spooge at all out the rear. I think that's it. I think I've got a great bike for an XC platform. If you're racing moto, SX, cross-country desert stuff, I think this is a spectacular platform. I really wouldn't even push it past this. So, battery, reed strips, spark plug, ECU reprogramming, oversized exhaust valve cover, crankcase pressure sensor holder. That really worked. It was nice to feel that thing really add the snap to the bottom. That was kind of amazing. And then the billet fuel rail, so it doesn't ever break. And even that flexible idle screw is kind of nice to be able to change things when you need. Okay, well, I will change the cylinder and I will see you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.